Grand Rise, Grand Rise. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Let's get right into it. Today's affirmation today is change is uncomfortable but needed. It's so uncomfortable but needed. There's so many different situations where you need to change and you're like, oh, I don't really want to do that, but do it. If your change is not uncomfortable and you're not doing it right, okay? So change is uncomfortable but needed, okay? The new quote for 2019, inconsistency is a choice. We have choices in everything. Our health, our relationships, our businesses, all that kind of stuff. So if you're inconsistent, then you'll see what happens. So inconsistency is a choice. First things first, website is completely restocked. It was restocked Sunday at midnight. Okay, so everything is back, and feel free to order, book your consultations, and all that kind of stuff. Okay. Let's see. A new set of vegan cooking classes are coming here at Everlasting Life within the next 2 weeks or so look out for that. And then I also have an Herbal 101 class coming at the end of April so that we can all come together. We can learn the herbal basics. We can learn about single herbs and, what they do and all that kind of stuff so that we can get more familiar. Let's see. So please watch the new site. New products are coming. So I have one here, which is the Infinity soap or the Infinite bar. Okay. And this one helps with acne, but most importantly, scars. Okay. So things that you want to get rid of. That's going to help with that. I have a meal replacement coming. Everyone keeps asking me about this protein shake. So I have a meal replacement powder coming, which is really, really good. I had it yesterday, and it tastes just like chocolate, so it's pretty good. Mineral Boost powder. Okay, so one of the things, I have a mineral powder that I offer during my cleanse groups that, they get this energy boosting powder that they add in their smoothies or they add in juice, and it gives them a lot more energy throughout the day. So it didn't dawn on me that I needed to put it on the website, so it's going to go on the website as well. I have an electric baby formula coming. I had to... messages come through people. I had to put together a blend for this baby who was having issues and worked out pretty well. So why not offer to anyone else who is having issues or doesn't produce milk or, all those things, okay? And then I have the kids' mineral gummies. Our children need minerals. Our children need vitamins. So that is coming very, very, very soon. Okay, and I've switched up some stuff on the website. Okay, so some of the soaps have changed. I didn't bring all of them today, but I brought some of them. So this one here is the new healing bar. It comes in a pretty flower color. The gold, the shimmer that you see is actual gold. Okay, so that's pretty awesome. So when you order the healing bar from the website, you're going to get this bar. It's infused with burdock root and fresh moss. So it's going to heal the skin. It's going to clear out the skin and any other issues that you have. Okay, and then the new Black Magic. Okay, same blend and everything that people love, but I just switched out the mold. I wanted to look a little bit more magical. So this is a flower shape as well. This one has the charcoal. It has pretty silver stars in there as well. But it has the charcoal on the front, which pulls out the toxins from the skin. And then it also has the shea in the back to put the moisture back in. The formula for the Yoni bar did not change. It just changed the way it looks. Okay, so it's still infused with red raspberry, and it still helps with your pH, balance, odors, yeast infection, stuff like that. Okay, so like I said, just look out for the new stuff on the website. And if you see some changes in your soap, then it's okay because we're updating. As well, we're getting rid of all plastic. Okay, so most of the herbs and other things are going to come in glass bottles now. So look out for that as well. That way, when you are storing them, you won't have to switch containers. Okay? So gift cards are available. You can call 703-346-2061. But it's on the website as well. Okay? Today's topic is simple vegan food substitutes and herbs to suppress the appetite. Okay, so a lot of us have issues with when we're, moving from the animal-based lifestyle to a more plant-based lifestyle. We don't really know the substitutes other than when we go to the store and we see the processed stuff. Okay, so here are some substitutes and some of the ways that I would cook it. Okay, so we speak about tofu. Okay, you have to be careful with soy products. You don't want to eat them too much because it deprives your body of oxygen. But if you're going to have it sometimes, tofu is a great substitute for your meat. So your pork, your chicken, your beef, the tofu is really great for that. Okay, so you can sear it, you can bake it, you can, fry it, whatever you choose to do. But tofu is a really, really awesome substitute. Tempeh, same thing. It would be a great substitute for your bacon, so to speak, something like that, or your turkey, any kind of really thin sliced meat. Okay. Let's see, jackfruit. So I love jackfruit, and I don't cook it often, because for me, I like to get the actual fruit, clean it out, pull the seeds, all those things. But jackfruit, people use jackfruit as a pork substitute because it shreds really well. You can do like a pulled barbecue with the jackfruit. You can also do a stir fry, taco, stuff like that. People use a lot of mushrooms. Okay, so the king mushroom or the oyster mushroom work really well as your chicken substitute. You can deep fry them, you can saute them with some vegetables. Mushrooms work really, really, really well. If you like mushrooms, then you can try all the other stuff, the portobello, the button mushroom, all of those things, okay? And then for a protein or meat substitute, as you guys say, because everyone wants to know how we get our protein, right? Beans are a great way as well. So your lentils, your chickpeas, kidney beans, black beans, all those things are excellent and high in protein. I would prefer lentils or chickpeas, but as you're transitioning, you just go across the board and then you kind of progress from there. Okay, so lentils are a great meat substitute. It says you can make everything from meatballs, burgers, meatloaf, barbecue sandwiches, and more. Just because it didn't come from an animal doesn't mean it won't taste good. And I think that's where the vegan classes here at eLife come to play, because I teach people what I actually mean by that. You can have everything that you used to have without all of the animal products. Okay, we had meatballs last week, and no one could tell any difference. No one could tell any difference by the texture or by the look or anything like that, and it was all plants. Okay, so the time that we took to learn how to cook certain things the bad way is the same time frame that we have to cook and have patience with ourselves to really learn how to cook things the healthier way. Okay, so people tell me all the time, I don't know how to do this, well, you have to have patience with yourself, but you also have to get in the kitchen and want to learn, want to try different things, because that's how we learn. Okay, so dairy vegan substitutes. So substitutes for dairy. Everyone says that it's so easy to transition to the vegan lifestyle, but the cheese, they can't let the cheese go. Now, the one thing that the main reason why they can't let the cheese go is because there's chemicals in there that makes you addicted to the cheese. That's why. So it's 10 times harder to let that stuff go. But there are other substitutes, plant-based substitutes out here that take just like cheese. Okay, you have your milk. So people who like to drink milk, you can try coconut milk, almond milk, soy milk, hemp milk, all those milks, okay, plant-based milks. And then to the cheeses, there's some stuff that you can buy that are okay, they don't have a whole lot of chemicals in them, or there's stuff that you can make, okay. I love to use cashews when making a cheese sauce. My base is always soaked cashews, some kind of lemon or lime juice, nutritional yeast, and a little bit of coconut milk to blend. And there's your cheese sauce. Like, it's really, really, really simple. You add what spices you want to add there, but it's very, very, very simple. It says you can still have the fancy cheese plates, mac and cheese, cheesy nachos, and more without all the mucus that the animal dairy brings. That is very, very true. Still at my household, we still have nachos. We still have fancy cheese plates. You know, we make vegan hard cheeses, right? And we have like the grapes and, you know, all those kind of things. And, you know, we have the crackers and everything. I still, as you guys, if you're following me on social media, you see I make the cheesy pastas and all that kind of stuff, and no one can tell the difference. So we have to really change our mindset as far as, you know, the substitutes, because they're not really substitutes. You know, my daughter told me a long time ago when I was transitioning, she said, "Mommy, let's not call it vegan food anymore. Let's just call it food." Because that's what it is. That's what it is, okay? Mm-hmm. Seafood vegan substitutes. So they have what's called vegan shrimp, which is a plant protein. You can always try that. It actually looks like shrimp. Seaweed and the dolce or dulce flakes, however it is that you want to say, use it. I use those in my crab cake mix because it has a hint of the sea. It tastes fishy, just like your crab meat and your, you know, all those things would taste. So basic crab cake mix would be shredded oyster mushrooms, some onions and peppers. I like to throw some zucchini in there. Then you can add your Old Bay, and then you can add the dulce flakes and some kind of binder, whether it's chickpea flour and water, or you can use spelt flour and water, oat flour and water. You just want to kind of mix it and kind of make it pasty-like, so when you sear it and bake it, it's ready. Okay, so like I said, it's very, very simple. It says everything from crab cakes, shrimp salad, and more can still be on the table by using just plants, and that is very true. There is nothing that you can't have while vegan. Okay, you can still have barbecue, you can still have the southern meals and all that kind of stuff. That's why I did the book 40 Days and 40 Nights. 40 Nights is all about hot soul food recipes. It's all about what you can have, everything from carrot cake to chocolate cake to different pizzas, quesadillas, mac and cheese, ribs, crab cakes, you know, all those things. So there is no I can't have when transitioning. There's none of that. You can have anything that you want to have. It just takes a little time. We have to get back to cooking. We have to get back to actually going in the kitchen and caring and being passionate about our food. That's the difference. There's no quick fix. I can't go and grab something that's going to benefit my body, you know, unless you go and grab a fresh juice or some kind of smoothie. But even the smoothies nowadays have a lot of sugar, which brings me to substitutes for sugar. Because even though sugar is vegan, it's still not good for you. The processed white sugar, brown sugar, dark brown sugar, all of those things are really, really not good for you. So great substitutes are dates. Dates are an absolute fabulous substitute to sweeten anything. They also have date syrup, okay, where you just take your dates, you cover with water, you boil for about 20 or 30 minutes until it looks syrupy, blend it, and there's your date syrup. Okay, coconut palm sugar. It's great. It's better than your table sugar. Just you still use it in moderation, okay, because it's still processed. And the coconut nectar is absolutely great. It's from the sap of the coconut, okay? So that is pure. It's fine, but everything's still in moderation. I don't care if it's date syrup, dates, whatever the case is, everything is still in moderation as far as sugar is concerned, because anything in abundance causes imbalance within the body. That's with anything. Too much relationships, too much food, too much of anything will cause an imbalance somewhere. Okay, so it says understanding that changing your lifestyle to a more healthier one doesn't jeopardize taste, only prevents you from illness. Foods that we grew up on are killing us at an alarming rate. Small changes make a big difference, and that's true. You know, everyone doesn't have to wake up vegan. You know, start small. You know, stop having red meat and just have chicken and fish. And then next month, okay, let's take out the fish. Let's just have chicken. Okay, then the following month, okay, no chicken, no meat, no red meat, and no fish. Let's just have carbs and vegetables. And then once you learn better, right, then you'll fruits and vegetables, less carbs, more healthier carbs, quinoa, stuff like that. So I say all that to say that it's a process. People have to understand that this doesn't happen overnight, and you have to have more patience with yourself. I did not lose 150 plus pounds yesterday. It took me being diligent and consistent for over 2 years. That's how long it took me. Okay? So having more patience with yourself. Natural herbal food suppressants or appetite suppressants. The biggest one being hoodia. Okay? Hoodia is a plant. It is amazing. It says there is considered interest in hoodia as a treatment for obesity, as well as to help reduce weight, and it also suppresses the appetite. Everybody goes crazy over hoodia. But again, you cannot have too much hoodia. That's why I encourage people, don't just get hoodia. Get the multivitamin, the multi-mineral vitamin from the site, because it has hoodia in there, because it's already measured out for you. Okay, so be careful. But hoodia does suppress the appetite. Sea moss and bladderwrack. Absolutely sea moss and bladderwrack. It says if you're lacking lacking minerals is one of our biggest problems. Using this blend gives your body what it's lacking and helps rid the body of cravings. So I think the biggest thing, even when I do these cleanse groups, is when people go into it, they're like, oh, I got to go shopping. I need this food. I need all this food. And then come day 3, nobody's hungry. And they can't figure out if it's the tea or if it's the powder. What is it? It's a combination of both, but they also realize that they don't need all that food, So the sea moss and the bladderwrack does help suppress the appetite, but I would encourage people to go ahead and cleanse fully to get the full effect. They say psyllium husk helps suppress the appetite, but I think that it causes more bloating than anything, so just be careful, because psyllium husk is used to eliminate the intestines, so be careful with that. Green tea and sweet peppers, they also say, help control wanting to eat. Okay, and then they say there's this edible cactus plant that has been traditionally used to suppress hunger and increase endurance. It's called corellum. Okay, and I'm actually looking into that because I want to get some of that as well. But bottom line, it says most people eat for several reasons, emotions being the biggest. I encourage people to start with the mindset change first. Find things to occupy your time and also find ways to relieve your stress. We have to start changing our eating before we all have issues. Less doctors, more research. That's just what it is. That is just what it is. Changing our mindset first, right? Thinking better, having more positive thoughts, and so we can manifest things better, okay? Finding things to do other than eat when we're angry or when we're stressed out or when we want to reward ourselves. Oh my God, I can just have this. I'm just going to eat this. No, find other things to do, but we can change. We just have to want to change. We do. So I always ask, are you ready for a change yet? If you need a consultation, you can always go on my website, electricherbsllc.net. You can book your time there, and I will go ahead and call you during that time. Consultations are only $25 for 15 minutes, and we can talk about whatever it is that you need to talk about, okay? My website, like I said, is restocked. Again, electricherbsllc.net. Everything is there. If you're not sure what to get, then you can inbox me or call me. But if you need a more drawn-out process, then please book a consultation. I'm available on social media. So on Facebook, I am Electric Herbs LLC, or I'm on there as Ticara Smith. Okay, and then I'm on Instagram. It's at Ticara, owner of Electric Herbs now. Okay, but I am on most of the social media, so you guys know how to reach me. You have my number. Use it. There are a lot of people walking around with these illnesses and don't have to. You're sick for no reason at all. If you have discipline, you can change. If you're willing to give up some of the things that made you sick in the first place, then you can change. But you have to want to change. You can't force someone to change. So it all starts with you. Start with you first, and then your family will see the change. So I will see you guys next Tuesday. What I tell you guys all the time, if no one told you today, I love you. I love you. I love you. And I'll see you guys next week. Peace and love.